Hi, this is Jazz with the TV Cave. Let's get into this week's Reasonable Doubt recap and review. It was a great episode as always. Ozzy is spiraling out of control. We just don't know what's going on with this case. We watch him spiral. We watch him and Monica's dynamic, which is really sick and disturbing. They both think the other is guilty, and Jax convinces Ozzy that they need to put Monica on the stand. Bill is a little hesitant. We'll get back to him later if we have time. So we get to see Cordell when Ozzy's friends come over. We see Cordell Beckham. It's good to see him getting into his acting bag. There is a scene in this whole thing, this party situation. There's a scene at the end of it that's pretty darn disturbing involving Monica and Ozzy. So I was glad that we got to see her get on the stand because Jax got her to trust her reasons for putting her on the stand. But then when she got her on the stand, she kind of tore her apart and exposed her as the abuser she is. And that was nice to see because she needed to be exposed. And I'm glad that Ozzy's parents now know who his abuser is. It is going to be interesting to see, though, how she comes back because she's threatened Jax. Ozzy wants nothing else to do with her, but I don't think that we've seen the last of Monica. We shall see what happens. On the family front, Eddie celebrated 5 years of sobriety. Jax was there for that. It was a heartwarming moment to see. And Lewis is still kind of hesitant about this. Jackson Lewis, they're still in therapy. They're still doing well. And they talk about a family dinner that Jackson arranges between her parents and Lewis's parents since her father wasn't at the wedding. She wants everyone to come together. She calls his family the Huxtables, and she's kind of nervous about the meeting. But she was nervous for no reason because the dinner starts off a little awkward and it goes well. Eddie wins over her parents. He tells stories. He's just shining in these scenes. And that kind of makes Lewis a little jealous. He's over Eddie. He doesn't really like Eddie. So he's just like over that whole scene. There's a lot going on in this episode. I can't even get into all of it. So there is another layer to this case that Daniel uncovered. Something about a book deal. So we still don't know what's going on here. There's a lot going on. We just don't know what it is. And that's one of the things that makes this show so good. It keeps us on the edge of our seat and it keeps us guessing. Now for the weekly cliffhanger. This one I got wrong. It is sad because I thought it was going to be Eddie, but it's not Eddie. Lewis calls off the investigation on Eddie. He's turned around, and Daniel had already dug up something, which causes him to call Lewis with the information, which causes Lewis to bring Eddie over. And then when Jax walked in, they have to tell her the truth. And it is not Eddie, as I expected in the beginning. It is her mother.